Mike Bohn here in Norfolk with Steve Garcia, who meets Luis Pena Saturday night on extremely short notice, man. You weren't even supposed to be here a few days ago. Just tell me the process on when you got the call, who called you, what the reaction was, all the things that set up you being here today.
Yeah, absolutely. My manager, Jason House, he just gave me a call. It was Monday around like 11 o'clock. He's like, hey, man, he says, you want to take a fight at 155? And I'm like, okay. I was like, well, when is it? He's like, it's Saturday. I was like, let me run that by my coaches real quick because I don't know if they'll like that. He said, nah, this is a good one. You got to take it. And I'm like, all right, well, give me 20 minutes. So I got a hold of all my coaches. They're very supportive. And, we just accepted it. And we've been nonstop since. So it's been, medicals and all that stuff. And crazy flight day yesterday. So I'm happy to be here. And I'm just excited to, step in that cage.
Yeah, for sure. When you mentioned, speak to the coaches and everything, what's the conversation you guys have, however brief it may have been?
Normally it's like, okay, I won't wait, you know what I mean? And when I told him 155, he's like, he's like, but okay, he says, you feel confident? I was like, I always feel confident. So that might not be a good question for him to ask me, but he said he's backed me up this whole entire time. He's like, I got you, I got Greg and Wink, 100%, in your corner. So they're coming along, and I'm excited to go out there and show what I got.
Yeah, was there sometimes you see in these situations like someone like yourself may have a fight booked, in the near future or something, and it kind of works out anyways. Did you have anything lined up as of now?
I actually kind of did. It was like 7 or 8 weeks away. It was the LFA title, featherweight title that I was actually fighting Gonzalez. I don't know, it's for Justin Gonzalez. There it is, for the featherweight title for the LFA. So if I wasn't getting this one, I was gonna fight that one. So I'm happy. We're here. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, so you were somewhat in shape. You were training, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, not fight shape 100%, but absolutely in shape for sure.
So what's the difference fighting at 155? I mean, obviously, you don't have to cut the weight as much and stuff, but does it make a massive change, really?
It's the closest I've ever fought to like a walk around weight, so I don't really have to cut very much, so that's actually always convenient. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna see how I feel like fighting at a walk around weight, so it's gonna be kind of interesting.
Yeah, and you mentioned you're at Jackson Wink and stuff. Is there any teammates, like the John Jones, anything like that kind of hit you up after this and maybe gave you some guidance, some good advice? And if so, can you share anything?
Oh, everybody hit me up and they were just so pumped for me. My whole team is awesome back home, and John Jones even hit me up. He's like, "Oh, you just got signed. That's awesome, man." And, he really his main advice was, he says, nothing you can do more else, physically. He says, just make sure mentally you're ready to go. And, what better advice to get than from the champ, the GOAT, you know what I mean? So, shout out to John. He's a great guy, and I hope I can just do everybody proud back at home and, bring back this win.
For sure. And as far as the matchup, Luis, obviously, a very lengthy guy for this weight class and everything. Was he someone that you were, aware of, watched or anything? And would you just make it the matchup in terms of that?
To be honest, I was kind of a fan. I've watched him, I think when he first fought... actually, I'm not. I know he fought Steven Peterson, but I think he fought on the Cowboy and Perry card or something like that. And I saw him. I'm like, man, this guy's good. You know what I mean? And I was always, just watching him because he's a good guy. I like to watch him. You know what I mean? But now I'm going to face him, and now we're gonna test our skills against each other, and it's gonna be a fun one. Yeah.
What's the difference there when you're watching someone as a fan, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, hey, I'm gonna be fighting this guy. I'm sure your perspective changes, right?
It changes a little bit now that I'm more mature. I've had so many fights and it's different like that. Now I know how to change it to where, all right, this is game time. When before, it was almost like that young kid feeling when I first went into Jackson's, where I saw like Holly Holm, I saw Carlos Condit, I saw Diego, I saw all these guys, and I was kind of more of like starstruck a little bit. But being able to train with all of them, they're all human beings. They all bleed. They all help each other. We're all the same. You know what I mean? So it really put a perspective that they're not just someone above just the average person. You know what I mean? Like, we're all just trying to make a living off of what we love to do. And I'm just gonna go and do the same thing. I'm gonna go there, fight Luis Pena like he's just another teammate or like another fighter, and give it hell.
Yeah, and if there's anyone who may not have seen you in LFA, Contender Series, anything like that, what can they expect out of you on Saturday night?
Oh, it's just gonna be throwing down. We just striking, we throwing down, we kicking, whatever. It doesn't matter. If he wants to take to the ground, I'm always good to go there. But I'm hoping we're going to be able to have some good striking exchanges and give the fans what they really want to see. This could be even a fight of the night type of fight, at least in my eyes. And we're just going to go out there and just give it all we got.
And then you go back down in weight after this one, regardless of result?
Yeah, I'll be going down to 45, after this.
Yeah, awesome. And then obviously, here in the UFC or anything, what are your kind of goals for this upcoming year? Obviously, you want to get through this fight week and everything, but is it hard to even think about anything beyond, the task at hand just because it's such a short, confined space here?
It almost kind of feels surreal. It's just happening so fast. And I've experienced stuff like this, but it's very cool. I've had so many fights and all this stuff, but just to get to this fight, which is kind of cool. But I'm gonna be excited to go back down to 45 and be able to showcase and step on some fingers climbing up these ladders. So and that's my ultimate goal is climb up this ladder, try to get to a title shot and beat some of these guys because I'm here now. They got to watch out for me.
Awesome, man. Well, looking forward to it. Welcome to the UFC and everything. It sounds like it's been a crazy week, but we're excited to see you in there Saturday. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.